What if I told you that the world you see right now isn't real? Not in the way you think. Every face you meet, every challenge you face, every door that opens or slams shut is nothing more than a reflection. But here's the dangerous truth. The mirror you're looking into isn't hanging on your wall. It's inside you. And if you don't know how to control what it shows, your life will keep repeating the same patterns, no matter how hard you try to break them. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal the hidden law of reality that turns small thoughts into massive events, and how you can bend that mirror until it shows you the life you've been searching for. Stay with me until the end, because once you see it, you can never unsee it. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the last time something unexpected happened in your life. Maybe it was good. Maybe it was devastating. Now, here's the uncomfortable question. What if you, without realizing it, were the one who invited it in? This is not about blame. It's about power. The mirror of reality isn't a poetic idea. It's the most accurate description of how life works that I've ever found. The outside world, your relationships, your finances, your health, is not a cause, it's an effect. Every single thing you experience is shaped by two forces working together inside you. One, your relationship with yourself, what you truly believe you deserve deep down. Two, your relationship with the world, whether you see it as a hostile battlefield or a place conspiring to help you. The twist: the mirror is loyal. It doesn't judge. It doesn't correct you. It simply reflects back whatever you present to it, whether you like it or not. If you walk through life thinking, "I'm always overlooked," the mirror nods and gives you more proof. If you carry the quiet conviction, "Opportunities find me everywhere I go," the mirror delivers those too, sometimes in the most bizarre, impossible ways. This is the hidden doorway. The moment you shift the way you see yourself and the world, the doorway swings open and reality begins to rewrite itself. But, and this is the trap most people fall into, you can't push on the mirror from the outside. No amount of chasing, forcing, or manipulating the reflection will work. You have to go straight to the source, the image you're holding on the inside. And in the next chapter, you'll discover how a single change in identity can ripple outward so powerfully. It transforms your entire reality without you lifting a finger. There's a reason most people's lives change only in small, temporary bursts. They try new jobs, new relationships, new routines. But within months, the old patterns return. Why? Because they've been painting the surface while leaving the foundation untouched. The foundation is identity, the quiet, unquestioned story you tell yourself about who you are. And here's the paradox. You don't get the life you want. You get the life that matches the identity you've accepted. Think of identity like the software running in the background. If the program says I'm unlucky in love, then even if someone wonderful walks into your life, your mind will find ways to sabotage it just to prove the program right. But if your identity says, I am magnetic to deep, loving connections, your actions, your energy, even the way you breathe in a room, all shift to support that truth. And the mirror of reality has no choice but to reflect it back. Here's the mistake most people make. They wait for evidence before claiming a new identity. They think, once I have the money, I'll feel successful. Or, once I meet the right person, I'll believe I'm lovable. But reality doesn't work like that. The mirror needs to see the image first, then it produces the reflection. This is why the fastest way to change your life is to behave, think, and feel like the version of you who already lives the life you want. Not pretending, not faking it, but stepping into it so fully that your nervous system believes it's true. And here's the key. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Pick one area of your life, just one, and decide. From this moment on, I am someone who, fill in the blank with your chosen identity. Then filter every decision, every reaction, every habit through that identity. In the next chapter, I'll reveal the part almost no one talks about: the time lag between adopting this new identity and watching the outside world catch up. Miss this, and you'll think the mirror is broken. Here's a truth that frustrates almost everyone at first. The mirror of reality has a delay. You can step into a new identity today, walk differently, speak differently, think differently. And still, tomorrow, your outer world might look exactly the same. That's because the physical world is slower than your inner world. Inside, you can create an image in seconds. You can close your eyes right now and picture yourself in the life you've been craving. The home, the relationships, the freedom, the peace. But in the dense, physical dimension we live in, matter needs time to rearrange. Think of it like sending a ripple across a still lake. The instant you drop the stone, the waves begin. But it takes time for them to reach the far shore. And here's where most people break the cycle. They plant the seed of a new identity. Then, when nothing changes after a few weeks, they dig it up to check if it's growing. And in doing so, they kill the process. The trick is holding the image long enough for reality to catch up. This is the season where doubt, boredom, and old habits try to creep back in. You'll feel the temptation to declare, "It's not working." And the moment you do, the mirror shifts to reflect that instead. So, what do you do during this time lag? You act as if the change is already here. Not with a desperate hopefulness, but with the calm certainty of someone tracking a package they know is arriving. If you wanted more confidence, you'd notice how people smile back at you now. If you wanted a thriving business, you'd start seeing small but undeniable wins. And every time you notice one of these signs, you confirm it to yourself. This is proof it's working. Because once your inner world stabilizes in the new identity long enough, the outer world has no choice but to bend. In the next chapter, we'll deal with one of the most dangerous traps of all: the scarcity spell, and how it secretly keeps you trapped in the life you don't want. There's a silent thief that steals more dreams than failure ever could. It hides in your thoughts, your words, even in casual conversations. And once it has you, it will keep you looping in the same unwanted reality for years. That thief is scarcity. Scarcity isn't just not having enough. It's the constant focus on what's missing. It's scanning your life for proof of lack, and then unknowingly asking the mirror of reality to give you more of it. It sounds like, "I can't afford that. No one ever notices me." Nothing ever works out. Each time you think it, speak it, or even feel it, you send the mirror an image to duplicate. Here's the twist. The mirror doesn't reflect the emotion, it reflects the content. If you say, "I hate my job," the mirror doesn't give you more hate, it gives you more reasons to hate your job. If you say, "I'm tired of being single," the mirror obliges by delivering more situations that reinforce your singleness. Scarcity becomes a spell because it keeps your attention locked on the gap, the distance between where you are and where you want to be. And what you focus on expands. So how do you break it? You pivot your attention to what's already here and what you do want. You name the good in your life, no matter how small, and you train your mind to seek it out. Not in a fake, everything's perfect way, but in a conscious, deliberate way that feeds the image you want the mirror to reflect. Ask yourself daily, what's one thing I can appreciate right now? What's one sign my life is moving in the right direction? At first, it will feel forced. That's because you've been fluent in the language of scarcity. But over time, you'll notice the mirror shifting. And suddenly, life begins offering you more to appreciate. And when that happens, you're ready for the most transformative shift of all. Reversing the mirror cycle itself, so you stop reacting to life and start commanding it. Most people live their entire lives trapped in the same loop. Not because they lack intelligence or opportunity, but because they're playing the mirror game backward. Here's how the cycle usually works. You observe what's in front of you. You react to it. That reaction creates a new internal image. The mirror reflects that image back, and the loop begins again. The problem, if you're starting with what's already in the mirror, you're letting the past dictate your future, because the reflection you see now is just an echo of old beliefs and choices. It's like trying to change your appearance by smudging the glass instead of changing yourself. To escape this trap, you must reverse the cycle. Step 1, turn away from the current reflection. That means refusing to define your future by the job you have now, the balance in your bank account, or the relationships that aren't working. Those are just delayed signals from your old self-image. Step 2, choose the image first. Who are you becoming? What is the state of mind, the energy, the posture of that person? You live from that image now, before you have a single piece of proof. Step 3, confirm, don't observe. When you glance at reality, you're not looking for evidence that it's not working. You're scanning for signs, however small that it is. You anchor those signs deep, as proof the mirror is already shifting. Step 4, repeat until the reflection matches the image. The more you hold the image steady, the faster the mirror aligns. And here's the magic. Once you've done this for one area of your life, you realize you can do it for anything. But there's one final transformation that turns this from a tool into a way of living. It's what I call the alchemist's mind. And it's how you turn pain, doubt, and obstacles into fuel for creation. An alchemist's true gift isn't turning lead into gold. It's seeing gold in the lead before anyone else can. Life will hand you moments that feel heavy, ugly, and impossible to carry. The old version of you, the one who lived as a mirror reactor, would see these as proof that things aren't working. But the alchemist sees something different: raw material for transformation. Here's the secret: every obstacle, every delay, every moment of doubt is energy. And energy can be redirected. When something painful happens, ask yourself, if I were already the version of me I'm becoming, how would I use this? Maybe the setback that feels like rejection is actually the space you need to build something better. Maybe the bill you weren't expecting is a test in holding abundance consciousness, even when numbers dip. Maybe the heartbreak isn't the end, but the clearing for a relationship that matches your new identity. The alchemist refuses to feed the mirror images of despair or powerlessness. Instead, they offer the mirror upgraded images. Images of resilience, resourcefulness, and grace under pressure. And the mirror, as always, reflects it back. This isn't about pretending pain is beautiful. It's about becoming so steady in who you are that even pain becomes a tool in your hands. And when you live like this, you don't just create a better moment. You create a better self, one capable of holding the life you've been asking for. Which leads us to the final chapter: the daily practices that anchor your new identity so deeply. The mirror of reality has no choice but to make it permanent. Once you understand the mirror of reality, life stops feeling random. You realize you're not a passenger here. You're the one holding the wheel. But like any skill, mastery comes from practice. Living as the creator means building habits that keep your inner image steady. Even when life throws distractions, delays, or storms your way. Here are the 3 daily anchors that lock your new identity in place. 1 morning image setting. Before the world can touch you, you decide who you're going to be today. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and step fully into the identity you've chosen. See it, feel it, be it before you've taken a single step out the door. 2, selective confirmation. Throughout the day, scan your reality for signs that match your new image. Ignore the noise, the old patterns, the things you're leaving behind. Confirm only what reinforces who you are becoming. 3, evening reflection. End each day by asking, how did I show up as my chosen self today? What proof did I see that my world is bending to match me? Even small answers compound over time until they no longer feel small. This is how you move from trying to chain to living in a reality that changes with you. And here's the final truth: the mirror of reality doesn't care who you've been. It cares only about the image you hold now. So the question isn't, can I do this? It's, what will I choose to see when I look in the mirror tomorrow? Because once you've seen your own power to shape reality, you can never go back to being a passive observer. From this moment forward, you are the creator,